Hello everybody. It's a spectacular day in the car park today as the small ground cover Trichocereus are flowering. The white flowering one is flowering and it's just a massive colour. Hello everybody, we're out and about tonight just looking for some flowers, and I found this Cereus monstrosus type here that's flowering. It's got lots of fruit on it, and on the other side here, the reason it's a monstrosus, which looks completely different by torchlight at night. And then over here, a normal plant with some flowers. Good morning everybody. This is a Myrtillo cactus, and all these little flowers that look like stars will turn into little berries that are edible, and then we'll be able to make jam. Here's some more here, and you can see the bees are busy working the flowers. This is a mass display of Trichocereus flowering of various types. This is our hybrid Super Pedro here in the foreground. And then behind is J7. That's the one up the top. Down in the front here, San Pedro. And here one of the Cereus is starting to flower. The first flowering is here. Good morning everybody. This is an Espatoa species from South America, and you can see it's still open. These flower overnight and they have very stiff flowers so that bats can land on it. And another species behind is flowering. If we look up here in the top and zoom in, and then if we go around, there's another one up here. And you can see some ants crawling on it that are harvesting nectar off the flower. And around here, we can see ripe fruit that's almost ready to fall. Good morning everybody. This is an Espatoa species, and you can see the flower, which it's an overnight flowering species. And it's because it is pollinated mainly by bats, and you can see that the petals are quite stiff so that the micro bats and bats can hang on and get their head in there to get a feed of nectar. And you can also see, if we turn around here sideways, that this plant is a bit unusual in that it has a cephalum. And this is the cephalum, and you can see where it's flowered in the past. And the plant normally doesn't have these. until it starts to flower. It just has a very cool hairdo on top, and then once it starts to flower, it develops this cephalum that you can see here, and you can see where this one flowered yesterday. Hi guys, it's early in the morning and the espetos flower at night, so they're still open early, and you can see this flowers up here. This is Euphorbia coralescens. And this is the first time I've ever seen it flower just all over like this at once. Very unusual.
Hey, just getting a few cuttings ready. So these will go into our plant cells area. So that's what mama looks like. And here's some of our beautiful cuttings. I'll just go around so you don't get the shadow. This one here is a nice big one. It's probably about 1.8, 2 meters long with one arm on it. Then we've got some smaller ones over here. One about 1.5 meters with an arm. One about 1.2 meters with two arms. These will start at around $80 and go up to around $500-600 for the big ones with arms.
Hi guys, now look at this here. This is one of the Trichocereus hybrids of Cactus countries, and you can see the massive flowers that are out on it. This is not usual that they have this many, and it's because it's crossed with probably an Echinopsis, and an Echinopsis flowers prolifically, and that's where we get this massive flowering. So this is the third lot of flowers that we've had, and you can see up here there's still quite a few to come, and this plant will flower for the whole rest of the year till about May, when it will just have 1 or 2 flowers still. Hi everybody. You can't be like I am here at the moment, smelling the gorgeous perfume that there is in my pollinating room. These are very large Trichocereus hybrid flowers, and we're going to be crossing some of these this morning. There's some more down there. Going to be crossing them this morning with the Zally hybrids from Misplant. Now, if you go to misplant.com, you can see and purchase seed, and they are quite different. So these are Trichocereus hybrids, first generation cross, I believe, and this is number 2, which flowered last year and is going to have around 42 flowers this year. And this is number 3, Cactus Country number 3, and it's going to have around 30 to 40 flowers, and it's very similar to number 2. But over here we have a much more reddish with a purple tinge or pinky tinge to the outside, still a large flower. And then Cactus Country Zally number 6 is much smaller flower. You can sort of see the difference in the size of the flower. Much smaller flower, but much more intense. The orange, shorter petals, and the orange color of the center of the petal is very orange, and then you can see the purpley tinge to the outside of that. So it's an orange to a reddish orange, and then a purplish tinge on the outside. And this one is similar but much bigger flower. And over here we have one of the plants that we've been doing some crossing with. This is a Sorensia hybrid. I believe it came from America quite a few years ago, called, well, we got it with a label that said American Beauty. Hi everybody, this is the inside of my pollinating house, and there's quite a few things flowering at the moment that we're doing crosses with. And you can see down here one of the little hybrids from many years ago. It has an exquisitely beautiful flower, and here's one of the bigger ones from that same cross. So it's a Serentia cross to an Echinopsis. And you can see here what we call Shep Purple, which is a purplish pink coloured Trichocereus hybrid, and various Trichocereus. A little Acantha calicium here that we'll try a cross with, and then some things we've taken cuttings from the garden, and we wait for them to flower in here so we can control the pollinations. And then you can see on the table things that have been pollinated as they flower, and then they go back outside again. And up on top here, a TPQC that's had 1 flower's flowered and 2 flowers to come.
Well guys, today is another incredible flowering day. Let me take you for a quick little walk. Just stunning. A lot of different colours out today. Prior to today I'd seen a lot of the whites and the yellows out. Today we've got these beautiful reds. These really gorgeous pinks. So just do a quick walk through now. So many more flowers still coming out. This is an absolutely stunning red. So if you're in the region this week, definitely worth dropping in and checking it all out. The lengths that we go to get cacti for our clients. This guy's about to go up to Sydney, and this is how we roll. So I've cut most of the way through it to allow myself to get my second hand on, and then if all goes to plan, which it hasn't, there we go. Oh, that's too sweet. 2 for 1. Hey Melbourne, I've just arrived and I'm just getting set up. So getting some tables set up over here. Here's a van full of plants. 2 levels. So I'll be here until about 3 o'clock. Come and check it out.
Everybody, now these are beautiful big Phaerocactus, and this is Phaerocactus rectospinus, and if Elise comes in here and you see the size of these spines, you'll know why it's called rectospinus. And I'll go around the back now, and you can see the size. This is well over 1 metre high, and something unusual is the Phaerocactus usually just flower from the top, but for some reason this is having a couple of flowers down lower from years gone by. And this particular one here has actually had 2 flowers come out of the aerial. And then if you look in the top, come up in here, Elise, and we can see the new buds that are going to be flowering soon, and the ants and the bees. Well, maybe no bees at the moment because we're probably scaring them away.